Hi everyone, in this video I'm going to be reviewing something that's not a toy. This is the Akubra Hamburg. So Hamburg is a style of hat. You don't really see it that often anymore. I've never seen anyone wearing this in public, but this is a style that preceded the fedora, so it's very old-fashioned. It's a more stiffly constructed hat, and it's now seen as a very formal hat. But this was the hat of the time before the fedora became popular, and it's long since fallen out of fashion. But I found that the shape of the Hamburg actually suits my head better than a fedora because of the high crown and the rolled brim here. So the brim curls upwards and there's binding alongside here. So you may have seen this style of hat in The Godfather. That's the hat that Michael Corleone wears, the gray hat that he wears. And lots of old movies, you'll see just men wearing this style of hat. And you think it's a fedora, but if you look closely, it actually has a curled up brim, which means that it's actually a Hamburg. So this hat is supposed to come in an open crown, and the curl on the sides is supposed to be sort of a deeper curve. So there's supposed to be more of a curve like this. But I ordered this from Brisbane Hatters, from Brisbane, and they sent it to me already bashed, already in this shape. And it seems that they actually pulled down the sides, which I don't mind that at all, because this is more of a classic shape, really. The Hamburg initially started with more of a curl up, but later on it was really more of this sort of curve here, so it's more of a subtle curve, and I really do like it. This is their Acorn color, so it's a bit of a grayish tone, but if you actually got in the sun, it's a bit tan as well, so there's a bit of variation in the color here from just this one hat. And if you look at the inside, Acubra Imperial quality, I'm a size 59, I have a rather large head, and it's made here locally in Australia, and it's fur felt. So that is rabbit, I believe, that Acubra uses, unless otherwise stated. So it's Imperial quality, pure fur felt here. And Acubra is known for making these very strong, sturdy, waterproof hats, and the felt is quite stiff, but for me that's not a bad thing, because it means it'll hold its shape for longer. Especially with the rolled brim, you can't really pop this brim down, so I'm fine with it being quite stiff. I like the look, actually, because it's reminiscent of a bowler hat. Essentially, Hamburg is basically just a bowler hat, but with a center crease here. And traditionally, a Hamburg wouldn't have these side pinches, so I can actually push that out if I wanted to, but I find that the pinches give it a nicer look and more of a texture. If that makes sense. Another person who famously wore the Hamburg was Winston Churchill. So that hat that he wore was not a bowler hat, not a fedora, it was a Hamburg. It's really shaping up to be my favorite hat so far. I don't really own that many, but recently got into hats during this whole lockdown thing because of the pandemic, and I had nothing else to do, so I got into researching hats. And I found that the Hamburg was really the hat shape for me. Here's my Akubra Hamburg in black, and this one I actually found secondhand on Facebook Marketplace all the way in Melbourne, so I'm based on the Gold Coast. I had to search basically in every city through Facebook Marketplace because there's no option to just search the whole country, so I had to go city by city. And I found this Akubra Hamburg with an open crown. So this is how it's actually supposed to come with this, you see what I mean with that more curved up brim. It's very different to this one, which is more of a subtle curve. And I just made the center dent here, and I haven't actually steamed it, so it's not really set, but I just like playing around with that, so I haven't really set it yet. But it's a really nice hat as well. It's just that the color black I found isn't that versatile with regular outfits, but since my work uniform requires me to wear all black, I guess I'll be wearing this black one more often than I would if I didn't have to wear an all black uniform. Probably a moot point now because we're shut down because of the pandemic. But this is a really nice color. This is the same hat, but it looks really different because of the way that Brisbane Hatters have altered this one, which I really like, versus the stock way that it's done. But yeah, this one is a size 60, so it's actually a bit larger. I couldn't find one in my size, but I just took what I got, and I put some of the fillers inside. The fillers that came with this one, the one from Brisbane Hatters. And it fits quite well in my head. So these ones, they make a point of telling you, well, most of the time they do, that the Acubra hats with the leather sweatbands, they actually shrink over time and conform to your head. So that's because of sweat. And it actually is supposed to make the hat more comfortable, so it just conforms to the shape of your head. So on this one, on the Acorn one that I just bought, this leather here is really, really soft. It's quite buttery, the texture of this really. This one, because it's secondhand, it's a bit harder. It's still soft. It doesn't feel like it was worn that much, but it's a bit stiffer. So this has already begun to shrink, and this one hasn't yet. So I'll probably have to wear these ones often before they shrink and conform to my head shape. So this one, I can do a center crease. I can also do just a pinch there, or just wear it as a bowler, so just with the open crown. And this one actually reminds me of the hat worn by Dutch van der Linde in Red Dead Redemption, because I think what he wears is a Hamburg, but with just a flattened sort of pork pie style crown there. So if you want to, you know, cosplay as Dutch van der Linde for whatever reason, you can just purchase a Hamburg hat and just flatten that top. Yes, this is shaping up to be my favorite hat style, and I am looking for some vintage ones as well. I did purchase 1 or 2 vintage ones through eBay from the US, so they should take a while before they get here. But I'm really in terms of measurements, it's a bit tricky to measure this one. The way that this has been creased, which isn't the way that it comes normally if you would buy it, it's a bit less than 14 centimeters in crown height, maybe 13.5, which is quite high for a modern hat. People don't usually wear hats that are that high. But in my case, it actually looks better on me because I have a rather round head, so I don't want to be looking short and squat with a shorter crown. And in terms of the brim, it's again, it's tricky because it's a rolled brim, so it's hard to do a measurement. But the front and the back, it's about 4.5 centimeters. The side is about 4.2 centimeters, I'd say. So it's quite a short brim. It's not really for sun protection, I'd say. It's more of a fashion hat, which I'd hate to say. But yeah, it's not too much for sun protection to protect your eyes or the back of your neck from the sun. It's more of a gentlemanly fashion sort of thing. Got that ribbon there on the side, which is, you know, standard. And apparently men's hats had ribbons on the left side traditionally, and women's hats had ribbons or whatever sort of adornments on the right side. I'm guessing that people don't really remember that anymore, so it doesn't actually matter if you have it on the left or right side. The Acubra Hamburg also comes in dark brown or sort of a medium brown. It comes in carbon gray, which is a dark gray. Not too dark, about maybe a charcoal gray. And they also have a cloud color, which is more of a purplish, pastel-y color, which I really liked. I actually thought of getting that one, but I thought this was the safer bet, because I actually haven't seen the cloud in person, so maybe I'd have to actually go in store. It isn't possible right now because of the lockdown. Someday, maybe I'll have a look at that. So if you're on the fence about the Acubra Hamburg, I absolutely recommend it. Acubra is well known for their high quality hats. You can't really go wrong with this one. And because it comes with an open crown, you can customize it however you want. Make sure that you specify, I guess, in your email if you want it in an open crown, or if you want it pre-creased like mine. I don't see any negatives about this hat at all. You can really reshape it to any way you want. You can go to your hatter, your local hatter, and ask them to reshape the brim or the crown for you. So what you're paying for really is the quality of the felt, and this is a high quality felt. It's waterproof, so you can wear this in the rain, and Acubra is really well known for how tough their hats are and how long they last, so I don't think you can go wrong with this. So thanks for sitting through that very brief surface level overview of the Acubra Hamburg. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions about some other measurements that you want me to take. If you have any comments or suggestions on what other hat I should buy, or just any sort of comment really. I have very little engagement in my videos and nobody actually watches them. So if you are watching it, if you are watching this, please do leave a comment, leave a like, and consider subscribing to help me out, especially during these trying, lonely times. Right, I'll see you in the next video.